this edition of my Tesla Timeout series, where I feature articles like stuff that I'm doing with my Tesla or product reviews, that kind of stuff. So today I actually have a product review, and I want to thank the folks at Havnby.com, an Asian company that had sent me one of these Tescamp portable car refrigerators. These are made for the Model Y. I believe they'll fit on the Juniper Model Y as well, but you'll have to double check their website just to make sure. But it's definitely for all the model years of the Model Y prior to the 2025 refresh, for sure. And this is something that I came across. They had sent me an email asking if I wanted to review one of their mattresses, because they also make a lot of mattresses, not only for the Tesla products, but for other vehicles as well. So you definitely should check them out for the stuff that they make. But a lot of people camp in their Teslas, as you know, because it has camp mode, or sleep in their Teslas, for lack of better, basically what that means. And they had asked me if I wanted to review one of the mattresses, and I said, no, I'm not really interested in that. I don't find myself sleeping in the car at all. But the fridge looks cool, because I've seen that before, and I watched the video on it, and it looked really interesting. And now we have these really hot summers, and we're doing some driving, we're doing some traveling out of town to go visit stuff, and it would be nice to have some cool drinks and cool stuff in the car while we're going on a trip. So I asked them if they send me this portable fridge, and they did. And again, it's made specifically to fit with the Model Y. I'm sure you could use it without a Model Y if you wanted to just plug it in. It just plugs into a 12 volt, so you can use it on any car, but it's physically designed to fit really nice and seamless in the Model Y. So let me open the box and show you what it comes with, what comes with it. All right, so here's the unit that I've taken out of the box. I'm not really one for unboxing, so there's not really much to unbox. But as you can see, it's a compact unit, and it's physically designed to fit in the middle underneath the air vents of the rear seat in the Model Y. So that's how you have this shape. This goes back under that console, and then this is the front with the door with the for the refrigerator. It's got a 12 volt power cord connection, and it has a little bit of storage box for that connection here that you can wrap it in and tuck it away to make it neat. This will plug into the center console of the Model Y, and there is a 12 volt outlet, and that's where this is going to plug into, so it's accessory. It's got this is the control that will tighten it down, so you've got some legs that will pop out once you put it down on the floor, and it will press up against that console and lock it into place, basically, so it doesn't move around, go forward and back and side to side. There's also a load plate with this, so this is a component here that you'll put on the floor, and that this will rest on it, so whether it's carpet or floor mats, this will flatten that space out and allow you to put that weight on it and then cinch down onto this weight, something that's metal. It's aluminum by the looks of it, plate, and it will basically take the load of this and allow you to put that down so you don't scrunch the carpet or anything like that. This will take that place. So great to have that idea. There's a bunch of instructions as well, but it's pretty easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. But the unit itself, as you can see, is pretty compact. If I switch it around here, you see the front door opens. It'll have an LED and a power. And they'll have controls whether to put it to different temperatures. So if you want to get really cold or just kind of mildly cold, whatever, you'll be able to do that. Then press there to open the door. So there's really not much going on this unit, as you can see. As I turn it around, it's a nice compact unit. Looks really nice. The coloring matches the grays, I guess, the materials that's in the Model Y. So it matches really nice. So let me put this in, show you how to put it in, and then show you how it works. So the first thing they say to do is if you have a carpet mat, to take the mat out and then put this underneath. Now I have a rubber mat, so I think what I'm going to do is just slide this under the rubber mat, and I'll show you where it goes. All right, so I moved the driver's seat forward, and just to show you, get more visibility here. So put this up just so I can get in here and talk to you while I'm doing this. So basically, as you can see, I have the rubber mats, and this is where this load bar is going to go. I think it's going to fit okay on top of the rubber mats as it is, because it'll just fit inside this lip. I'm going to see how that goes. And again, it's just to add stability to this. So it'll go down like that and then add stability. When you crunch it down, it shouldn't slide at all. So let me put that on first and then bring in the unit. All right, so what I did is I had to put the plate underneath because it will slide on that plate. So it does need to go underneath the carpet, and then you would put the carpet or mat over it. So I'll do that. And this is basically with pushing down. Both knobs turn, so you use 2 hands to turn these, and you push this block out. It's got a non-slip part here and then a non-slip part here. And as you push this block out, it will push it up against the top of that this system here, the middle console. So, and both of these turn at the same time, so it's best to use both 2 hands while you're turning it, so it's nice and even pressure. So I'm going to do that again. Okay, so I've got it in there. It does take a bit of force to put it in there, and I think what I'm going to do, because you really have to crank those down, and it's pretty solid in there. I really cranked it quite hard, so obviously I'm putting some weight. It's not shifting at all. But I think what I'm going to do is loosen it up and just put a piece of rubber, like a mat or something underneath here, just so when it cinches up, it's got a little bit of rubber between the two to kind of grip it a little bit better. They probably should have provided maybe a little bit of that. I mean, once it's cinched, it's pretty tight. You just have to really kind of crank on those handles to get some effort so that it's nice and locked in. And the good thing is it's easy to remove. You just undo that and pull it right out. So I've got the 12 volt plugged into the center console here, and as you can see, it came on. So it's got both a cooling and a heating function to a degree. So I'm going to put this as cooling, and it's set for 21 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. I should probably look at the instructions before I do anything. I'm just trying to see what that is. That's 43. 43 would be a fridge. So probably put it at that, and then I guess you just turn it on, and off it goes, and then it will start doing its thing. So I'll read the instructions on this, but I just wanted to walk through the installation and put the door closed. Now again, this isn't going to run all the time because unless you turn that option on the Model Y for the 12 volt to be active all the time, it's only going to operate when the car is on and operating, because you don't want to drain your 12 volt with this thing on all the time. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. I will use it for a bit. I'll put some stuff in here and see how it cools. But as you can see, it's got a magnetic kind of push on, and it will hold, I think, 6 or 7 cans of drink, or a couple of bottles anyway, and that's all I was looking for. Either put some water in or put some pop or something like that in for when we go on some road trips. So really nice, convenient. Now obviously it won't impact the leg room for your 2 side passengers. For your middle, obviously it would, if you have the middle. Now we hardly ever carry 3 passengers in the back. It's extremely rare, so I'm not too worried about that. But if you regularly have either child seats or regularly carry 3 passengers, you might want to be cognizant of that room here. You know, it's just about a hand width on that. Then you have to open the door. So it's really going to be hard for a third person unless you have a child seat or something in that third. But it will work. So there you go. I'll give you my synopsis after using it for a bit and let you know how it is. All right, so my final thoughts on this fridge for the Model Y, the Tesla Model Y, made by Tescamp, sold by Havnby. I got to get that right. It's been great. We went on a couple of road trips, put some cold stuff in there, and it keeps it nice and cold. When you shut the vehicle off, and if you don't have 12 volt enabled, like in camp mode, to stay on, it will shut off, so it won't drain the 12 volt, and when you turn the vehicle back on, it will start up. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to cool down to fridge temperatures. So there are 3 settings on this. There's a freezer setting, there's a fridge setting, and there's a warm or heat setting. And it has 3 temp modes: cold, warm, and freeze. So not heat, but warm. Again, about 10 to 15 minutes to cool. It's easy to push open design. Again, as you saw my installation, it hasn't budged at all in the last few days that I've been driving around and putting some, stuff in that fridge and utilizing it. The good thing is I can stop at a light or a stop. I can reach behind, open the door, grab something from the console, close it again without having to get out of the car and go around. Or of course somebody in the back seat can get it. So it's been great. So it's a great companion for road trips, camping, and everyday drives, as Havnby says. So $374 Canadian. It's going to be less US. I'll have to go on the website and check it out. There's a discount code that they've sent me. I'm going to put here below and in the show notes. So if you're interested in this or their other products, they have air mattresses and they have other stuff for not just Tesla, but for other vehicles. So I would definitely check out Havnby and check them out. Havnby.com. That's HAV as in Victor, N as in Nancy, V as in Bob, Y.com. And again, I'll have everything below and in the show notes, so always read the show notes for more information. So I want to thank them very much for sending me this Tescamp mini fridge. for the Model Y. Again, this one is specifically for the Model Y because of the way it fits and is engineered for it. Works great, keeps it nice and cold. It's very quiet when it is running. You can barely hear the motor going when it's running, and it installs easy. And what else can I say? Thank you very much. This has been a great addition to the accessories, especially in the hot summer here where it's nice to have some cool drinks. So hope you enjoyed this episode of my Tesla Timeout, looking at the fridge for the Model Y by Havnby from Havnby.com, and it's a Tescamp fridge. So any questions, comments, please put them down here. You can email me or reach me by Twitter, but email is really the best, folks. Send me an email if you have questions or you want to comment, and I always try to get back on YouTube comments. So thanks very much for tuning in. Until the next episode of whatever, whether it's my regular show or a Tesla Timeout, everybody stay safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you.